The latest sign of normal, minor league baseball's back tomorrow in Salt Lake. The Bees had their last season wiped out by COVID-19.
Yeah, and it comes at a time when the Bees and the other states, other sports franchises in Utah are going to have some decisions to make about the size of the crowds out there. News Specialist Andrew Adams live now with more on this story. Andrew?
Well, capacities have already been going up. The Jazz beat the Spurs tonight. They've recently raised their capacity from 5,600 fans to 6,700. And the state's Endgame legislation at least opens the door to potentially larger crowds sometime down the road. It's been a long time since the Salt Lake Bees were last on deck.
I couldn't have guessed how to made a debut with no one in the stands.
But tomorrow's opening day is finally arriving.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a little bit of that normalcy coming back.
Joe Adele and his teammates are ready to step up to the plate after the pandemic stole the 2020 season.
It was crazy last year in March when spring training was canceled, the season was canceled. It was crazy just packing our bags and being told we don't know what's going on.
The off season was just part of an entirely off year.
It can get old after the first month. A lot of guys drop off, but about 9 months into my lifting program, 5 days, 6 days a week. So you really find out what you're made of at that point.
Now, fans are learning what the new season will look like for them. A capacity of 3,200 to start, with masks still required, except when eating and drinking. And with public health orders eliminated by the state's COVID-19 Endgame, the Bees are just one of the state's sports franchises faced with the possibility of upping capacity sometime in the future.
Having people sitting there, it adds to the fire, wanting to go out and really get something done and do something. So, I'm looking forward to that.
While it's uncertain what the season will look like down the line, the return of minor league baseball has been refreshing.
It's been a long time, so I'm excited.
And the players hope to deliver a home run.
I think we're all getting back to regular baseball, so it's exciting for sure.
Well, as we mentioned off the top, the Jazz recently increased their capacity to 6,700. Remains to be seen if there are any further changes the rest of the season here. Meanwhile, Real Salt Lake says their situation is still fluid. They're working with health officials. And of course, at some point, BYU and Utah are going to have to make some decisions about crowd size. BYU tonight says they're still evaluating their situation, but obviously they've been planning to see fans back this fall. For now, back to you.
Yeah, good to see the boys this summer coming back. It's just not summer without them, is it? Andrew, thank you.